Okay, this is the same teepee that I built about, almost 3 months ago. I've done absolutely nothing to it. No adding, no adding more brush or keeping it up to date. And as you can tell, it's still green. And so, I mean, they will last quite a while, but it's better if you maintain them and add to them over time. Uh, Everything's wet. So I figured I'd show you guys a ferro rod fire. And everything's wet, so right now I found some chunks of cedar that are wet on the outside. I'm cutting off the outside of them, and I'll bring you over here and kind of show you how I'm feathering them out and making all my small shavings. Okay, so basically all these are soaked on the outside, so initially I'm taking all the crap off them that's soaked in water to get to this middle stuff. And then now that it's got all that wet bark on the outside or softer wood that's all wet, I can take and just kind of scrape along. The lighter you push on your knife, the smaller your shavings will be, the thinner it'll be. You can make longer ones by pushing just a little bit harder. And these aren't my first ones. I got some other shavings over here. And I'm setting all the stuff that I've dried or cut the wet wood off of onto my tarp over here so it don't get wet. And the same thing with this one. Big old chunk of wet wood here. Take the outside off. And then you got good wood to do your shavings with again. I like to have a lot of this material ready because you never know how long it's going to take before your wood will actually catch. Until the wood actually catches, you're not out of the frying pan on building your fire. Okay, now I need to make some toothpick size shavings, or as small as I can get them while they're dry. The same thing, you don't want the wet stuff, you want the stuff that you can kind of poke onto your shavings that you just feathered off. The lighter the better. And once you got all that prepped, you can prep your tinder bundle, which I just found anything I can that's halfway dry that'll take a spark. Some old man's beard, and I got a little bit of some cattail fluff from a pond. And I'll get some of that cattail fluff on here. So I got my tinder bundle, which is just some dried leaves that were hanging. That's all that there is right now that's really dry. You can get cedar bark sometimes and some other materials, but cattail fluff and some leaves and other stuff like that that's actually dry works well for me. And I got all my feather sticks over here ready to go for when I get flame here. And I use the back of my knife for this, and I just kind of fluff it on there and then start adding my feather sticks. You got your feather sticks and you add your toothpicks. That kind of mix it up a little bit. Fire's like a lot of chaos, so haphazardly throwing it on works pretty well.